Whoopsie daisy.
So yeah, here we are, guys. So the cyber attacks imminent. This is something I've been wanting to talk about just in a video by itself, because it's not been brought up by a lot of people. No mainstream media's. Only way they're talking about it is vilifying the Department of Government Efficiency and saying they're going to mess up all the internet and all your information is going to be exposed. You're going to lose your Social Security check. You're going to lose your benefits. Bank account's going to be drained, all this stuff. And I thought to myself, really it's a good time to get ahead of this, because what's happening is this is a pre-predictive programming, in my opinion, for what they want to do to vilify the Department of Government Efficiency. Because what's happened is the power structure that's been facilitated by all the money that's been stolen from all you American citizens is being pulled back, and that's a very huge problem to their power structure and to maintain their power. So to do this, they've got to figure out a way to get you ready for an internet collapse that could possibly be coming down the pike, because that's the only way they're going to be able to possibly save face or keep from being prosecuted. There's a good chance we may actually see arrests if this can be done. The only way I see they're being able to do this is to just pull the internet down, erase everything. The financial structure has to be completely, quote unquote, reset. And they'll do this through a very divisive and internet hack. I'm going to show you videos of a lot of the things that are leading up to this pre-predictive programming, from politicians to World Economic Forum leaders. So get ready, guys. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. Let's do this. All right. So this is this video here. It's what they call the attention getter. You got Klaus Schwab, at the time leader of the World Economic Forum, that was originally got its name started out as the Trilateral Commission. And this was talked about and warned about from politicians in the 80s, like Ronald Reagan and people like that said there's some kind of power structure rising up from the depths. And there was a lot of people who laughed it off. That there's just no way that these people could become more powerful than the politicians that were elected. Little did they know the power of the dollar. Yes. Anyhow, Klaus Schwab is going to give us a presentation of what he feels like is the future of the Great Reset. Here we go.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
What this means is, I know this video is very dramatic, but it's actually a reality considering how connected our devices are. Even the power, and you guys may already know this, but to newbies that are walking into this stuff for the first time and subscribe to the channel because they're awakening, because the awakening is an awakening, our power grid, our substations, all this are tied into the World Wide Web, the www. We discovered this and came up with it whenever they developed this thing called CERN. CERN was a device that's a particle accelerator that exists in Switzerland, and it was studied amongst by many colleges and needed a way to be able to transmit information from college to college and all across the globe. And so they developed a way to move this information through digital communications known as the World Wide Web, which later became the mainstream internet, which then became a way of connecting everything. And so it's a centralized form of communication, which means centralized, meaning that it can be put to use as a facilitation to control by one person or one entity. And if a virus is introduced or some kind of device hack is done strategically, you can manipulate multiple devices at one time, or all. And I don't know if you remember back in 2023 or 4, they had a thing where everybody's phone was, alerted that, hey, we're just doing a worldwide EM, what do they call that? Emergency test, kind of like the thing you hear over the radio whenever there's like a storm or something like that. But basically, it was a way for them to make sure that they could go into your mobile device, in my opinion. Now, you've got politicians out there who are crying out with severe fear that something as bad is going to happen. Like Maxine Waters saying, we don't know what they have on us. And the power structure that facilitated their power is only as good as the people that they employ. And if something happened to those people, then it's a trickle-down effect of shutting off their system of power through money, through holding back money. That's basically how they work. Let me show you a few people who are kind of running scared. Elizabeth Warren is going to go out here with Maxine Waters and all the other criminals who have been receiving gosh knows where their money's coming from, also from big pharma companies as well, that say, or if Elon goes into these systems, then it's going to mess everything up, and that is getting everybody's information out there. They're trying to vilify what Elon is doing with the Department of Government Efficiency, so that they can put this blame. In my opinion, this may not even, this could go a whole different way, but I'm just looking at reality and what people need to be able to get ready for. Here she is talking, but she's trying to vilify Elon's doings here.
In the building behind me, Elon Musk is seizing power from the American people. We are here to fight back.
So, she's really upset because Elon is doing a great job in shutting down where the money's going. That's been the how they've built their para-government, their outside government inside of our government that's operating like unchecked completely. I got a few more things I want to show you. So Jasmine Crockett here, given a really large microphone considering the fact her really small brain. This is not an accident, by the way, because these people are political weapons thrown at the American people because it's a breakdown of the system. It's a breakdown of society, and this is in its functionality at its best right here.
Whatever reason, we had a guy that went in, and you talk about people invading our data. Listen, people said that they were upset about TikTok, but I'm upset about the guy that runs Twitter, who for sure is doing nefarious things, because I don't understand, if you are trying to conduct audits and figure out where the waste, fraud, and abuse is, I don't know why you would go to some tech guy. In fact, it was only techies that were sitting there at inauguration. We didn't have auditors. I would welcome auditors to come in and do forensic audits. In fact, he sat there in the Oval Office yesterday and he admitted that he was lying, and he was using his propaganda machine to do it when he said that we sent millions of dollars to Gaza for condoms. That was a lie. So let me
No, that was true. That was true. That was true, by the way. So she's spewing out lies, only to know because she's being recorded so that those lies can be amplified on their Mockingbird media and out there on all their their safe site called Blue Sky. And you want techies. You need techies, because our auditors, if you were to send us, what are you going to do? Call government auditors in there to look at money that's being stolen by the government? Oh, that will go over real well. Let's put the foxes watching the hen house and see how many chickens you have the next day. It's pretty obvious what they're trying to do here. Got some more stuff. Check this out. Got Marco Rubio here that's going to explain to you just how our sensitive everything is, because, by the way, the Biden regime compromising all of our securities. Donald Trump wanted all of our American power grid stuff being made in the United States. Biden executive ordered that out and said that, you know what, everything's going to be made in China. Then China's able to encrypt all of their stuff with their data hardware, which allows easily infiltration through the Wi-Fi network that is global. And then, got to remember also, too, by the way, people won't get mad because people are getting fired from government jobs. Think about all the people who lost their job during the executive order that Biden signed that got rid of the Keystone Pipeline and lost a bunch of help. And then they told those people, learn how to code. That was wild. But here's Marco Rubio. Check it out.
Well, I'm not going to comment on what they access, but I agree with Mark Warner's statement. It is an egregious, outrageous, and dangerous breach of our telecommunication systems across multiple companies. I'll leave it at that. I think as time goes on, we're going to learn more about it. Some of it will be made public. I think there's more that's still being gathered. It's a very serious situation that we face, and I think one that is quite threatening, maybe not directly to the election per se, but certainly to the national security of our country moving forward. It's a vulnerability that no one imagined or anticipated, but here it is.
It just kind of makes you wonder who the actual infiltrator is going to be whenever these cyber attacks do occur, which I think are imminent. I think that at some point this is going to be a thing, because and they'll blame it on Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency, because they can say, well, they screwed up the system. It's all their fault. Elizabeth Warren has been just sounding the alarm like crazy because of the fact that she's scared, and so are a lot of other people. Like Adam Schiff right here, that dude is this is standing out there in front of with five lonely Democrats going, we don't need to get Cash Patel in there. He's scared to death. These people are running scared.
He can't do the job. He won't protect the public. He will misuse the resources of the Bureau. He will weaponize it against the president's political opponents rather than protecting the safety, the public safety of the American people.
So that's basically him just vilifying the recently approved by Congress the FBI director. It's going to be pretty epic, guys. But basically, just my thing is people need to start talking out here on the streets, because that's the only way we're going to get information out. It's your job to share this content if you can, please. Don't forget, like I say, don't forget to hit that like. It helps me out. I've been getting beat to death by YouTube algorithm. And we need to be able to let people know that there's going to be an issue where internet may go down. They're going to blame our side. They're going to say it was these guys right here, when we all know it's the evil people who's been stealing all of our money and trying to put together the next pandemic. And they're shutting down all our food. They're already closing everything off right around us, slowly but surely, just constricting everything, putting us in a box. Theoretically, and they actually want to do that. Like real, like, physically. Here, get in this box. But anyway, so thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to get this out. Have a good day, and don't be afraid. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna pull through. Bye.
Klaus Schwab in 2021 talked about a cyber pandemic. This guy said this. The next thing we need to worry about is the cyber pandemic, whatever that is. And then we saw, right when the AI bubble was really forming at the turn of the year, January, February, Reuters and AP talking about the ghost in the machine potentially being able to crash financial markets, setting up a straw man for what's coming. So this is clearly a seeded narrative. It's been out there for a while, and here we are the day after the Republican convention. CEO of Crowdsource is on TV choking up about their supposed update that took down the whole Microsoft system. I'm not buying it. It may have been a beta test, but they're definitely going to shut down the internet at some point.